even has B. Apple's signature. Okay. All right. So I got that. The other stuff I didn't show you is I didn't show you lab orders. So if we have Helen Anderson here and we want to do a lab order, we check the beaker. It comes up with our lab order. Okay. We check off what we did. I happen to have created under one of these. Let's see if I have a CBC here. I don't. We would check off what we did. If we have CPT codes under this, it's going to bring those forward for us. Okay? Then the last part is patient education. Now I've already given Helen Anderson some patient education, so I'm going to pick somebody else on purpose. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick Sally DeCoster. And I'm going to go in and in her medical summary, I'm going to give her pregnancy. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, I want to do a search here. So I'm going to search, give her normal pregnancy. Save this. Okay, so that is now a diagnosis in her medical summary. She's got the V20 22.2. Now, what I probably should have done was brought this up and put a bigger comment, but I'm just trying to get to it. Okay. How do I get to it? Close the edit mode. Okay, there's the pregnancy. Okay, so now we're going to go into patient education for this patient. So I go to my patient education tab. If I look at my medical summary ICD-9s, it pulls out that normal pregnancy, and I have attached to this, I have a couple of documents. One of them is my signs of labor document, which we're going to bring up. This particular one is going out to the internet. Okay? And we would say, okay, we're going to have her read this, and now after she's read it, we're going to say that she read it. And we're going to update the status. And you see here how it records what we did? The other thing we want to do with her is we want to show her a breastfeeding video. So I click on the breastfeeding video. I can hear it. You can't. I can hear my phone. And I can see it too. So we show it to her. Okay. When we're done, we update the status. We show that she watched it. Okay. And then we're done. Next time she comes back in, we go to the patient education. We can see that we did this with her. We watched it, we discussed it, she read it, we gave her a copy of it, whatever. So that's the patient education. Now the other thing you'll notice is now, we go back to Helen Anderson. You saw up here with chart, it shows up to the last six I had in there. Okay. Now if I bring up her appointment and I do a super bill, since I had one already, it's going to show me a signed off one because I did one earlier today for her. But now I did some more stuff. I did another exam. I mean, here I did. In normal practice, you don't have her walk out the door and then give her another exam, right? You all get that, right? I'm not. Okay. But now, if I do a find from chart, it brought up those codes that were underlying in my chart. It brought up that 99212 that I documented in the E&M visit. You with me? If I had had CPT codes underneath the lab order, it would have brought those up as well. And it also brought up the diagnoses that I registered for that exam. You with me? And now it's creating the charge ticket here. Does everybody see that? Okay. So I'd sign it off and that's it. Pardon? Yes. Yes, it goes on the ticket. Okay? So that's that. With me? All right. Now that I recover everything, this I showed you I showed you lab orders, and I showed you an E&M code, an E&M template that actually gave you that actually calculated your E&M code, that had the multiple tabs, and had the document. That's one we should use. Okay, we may want to modify it a little bit to make it a little bit easier so we can get that 99212 more quickly than what I did. Okay, um, and I showed you the lab order. I showed you the patient education, and I showed you how the services, if you do them right, will flow into your charge ticket or your super bill. Okay, I'm not going to stop the recording here. I'm going to continue on intentionally. Nope, I'm going to stop the recording here.